Kingdom Hearts key begins with a JPEGMAFIA producer tag, followed by an ethereal, shimmering sample. We hear wordless backing vocals climbing a C-sharp minor arpeggio, while soft strings make the return trip. There are gentle acoustic guitar strums, bell tolls, and a swelling cymbal. The texture builds to a sung phrase in Japanese, offering love and belief even on the coldest night. With these words, the harmony melts into a blissful C-sharp major. This passage is taken from the theme song of a 90s anime series, The Vision of Escaflowne, written by the celebrated composer Yoko Kanno. That show was set on Gaia, a parallel dimension with a view of Earth, which is referred to as the Mystic Moon. The tone of the theme song hinted at these fantastical scenes, but remained playful and lively. Peggy's sample is arguably even more evocative. Processed and bathed in reverb, it highlights the original's dreamlike potential. It's tempting to tie that theme of alternate worlds to the chord progression, major and minor imbalance. Likewise, Kingdom Hearts is a Japanese video game where the player must shut gateways to various worlds by using the keyblades that give this song its title. While it may be a coincidence, the presence of the word key could again relate to the music's use of contrast through harmony. At the 1 minute mark, an acoustic drum beat enters abruptly, borrowed from a track by 70s R&B group the Detroit Emeralds. Peggy flips another section from the Escaflowne song here, with an equally mystical vibe. It's worth mentioning the use of meter, or time signature, both at this point and with the initial sample flip. The approach Peggy uses here also comes into focus around 1:35, as a brief beat eases us into Danny Brown's verse. The original is in 3/4, meaning 3/4 note beats per bar, which tends to have a waltz-like feel. That wouldn't fit neatly into the 4-beat bars that are far more common in modern music, and especially in rap. To solve this issue, Peggy speeds the sample up, so he can fit 2 of the original bars into one of his new ones, giving it a triplet feel. That works nicely with his own favoured flow, while the 808 and snare ensure that we hear the 4-beat structure we'd expect. Soon after Danny's verse ends at 2:17, we can hear the music suddenly slow down again, readjusting to allow us to luxuriate in the otherworldly atmosphere once more. When the Japanese vocal phrase re-enters, Redveil joins in with an impromptu duet, determined to make his mark as the album's only featured artist. When he properly begins his verse, the accompaniment is still drumless, so he anchors himself to the movement of the sample. As soon as the beat comes back in though, his casual cadence makes interesting use of rhythm. Let's start with the rhyme scheme, which is AAB. Within the 4-beat bars, each of those A rhymes uses a pattern that takes up 3 beats, corresponding with 1.5 of the sample's original 3/4 units. As a result, the first A phrase waltzes with the sample, while the next A phrase dances around it. The B rhyme fills the remaining space in the bar, so Redveil can repeat the trick. Whether or not we understand the theory behind the Inception-style groupings of 2 and 3, the track is impressive precisely because it wears that experimentation lightly. It's a song of 2 worlds, laid back and enjoyable, but also intelligently technical. For more analysis, you can browse the playlist, subscribe, and support Apocopop on Patreon. See you next time.